All right, so the thing that I'm speaking about is leadership, which for me, and we're all different, I don't figure out how to lead and then do it. I lead by intuition and then make mistakes. And then upon public speaking events, reflect on what did I just do? What went right? What went wrong? All right. So I wish I was preemptive. I'm just not. So it took a little time to formulate this. And I was very lucky in that Mike Sherrard filled the missing link for me because I had gone through exactly what he explained, but I wasn't able to verbalize it in such a clear, concise way that I think that this is going to be a really good little segment. So, just to give you guys a recap. So, 5.5 years ago, I'm sitting smack dab at a company called EXP Realty, and I've never recruited an agent. I'm a terrible manager at best. At best, I'm a D minus. And then today, after 5.5 years later, I'm like a C minus. Okay. So how do I build something? So Jim Braun says a lot of things, but the three things that always stuck out of my head is that you need three things to be successful. Okay. One, you need to be in America. Okay, because that's where you have the ability to get out of a socioeconomic place into another. It's the only place where entrepreneurship is so thriving. It's like a weed in the summer on a rainy month, right? That you can go out there and get anything done. So luckily, my grandparents made that happen for me. I'm sitting smack dab in America and I'm ready to rock and roll, right? Second thing is you need an opportunity. And most of my life, I had been the opportunity for someone else. But I finally found an opportunity. I was looking at a compensation model where for people like me, I was going to get all my money back here. And that was pretty exciting. I didn't even think about revenue share because I didn't even understand what revenue share was, or the graph that was shown to me looked like it was something out of an insurance binder. So I was just looking at the stock and the ability to icon. So I had an opportunity and I was very sober and awake that this was an opportunity that I thought would be the future. And I am sitting here looking at it and I can make a choice to jump into it, right? So the last thing that Jim Rohn says is that you need to be able to do easy things. Now, easy things are defined as things that are possible, things that are simply possible. So if I want you guys to jump from one building to another and there's a 40-foot delta between the two buildings, right? Like that doesn't qualify. But if I asked you guys all to do 1,000 push-ups today, whether you had to do them in sets of one at a time, if there was enough minutes and enough will, you get through it. And he considers something that's possible easy. So I thought that learning, failing, interacting, having to explain a different type of business, being a white belt again, all of these types of factors would be things that are possible that I could do, whether I want to cry about it or not, I can do it. All right. So once you had those three pins line up, I felt like this was a perfect opportunity for me to take massive action and change my life and put all my chips in and say, I'm going for this come hell or high water. So I did. Okay. Now, the next thing that I did, which I don't know if it's written in a book somewhere because I don't have time to read books right now. I'm running on audibles occasionally and I'm in the trenches with you guys, but I wanted to link with pioneers, people that had vision. I wanted to link with people that had pain. I wanted to link with people that had a resume. Rob Rob Tucker taught me that if people were in competitive sports, they're more likely to be great at stuff like this because that competition is so ingrained in their psyche that we don't have to motivate them. And he's right, right? Not saying that it's Teflon to those of you that didn't do anything competitive, but it is certain seems to be a common denominator, right? So I wanted to link with pioneers, and I had a bifurcated effort that I was trying to exercise with that. One, I wanted people that wanted to do this with me because I knew that I couldn't scale a hero. Okay. Two, I needed people around me that were strong where I was weak because I have far more weaknesses than I have strengths. And I didn't want that to be a handicap or at the limitation of whoever I was talking to because I could bring over somebody else that could scratch that itch or fill that void, or give me light where I am dark, right? So that was a very important thing for me. The third thing I did, and this is the first segment of it, okay, is the several people, the pioneers that came over to join me early with EXP, all I wanted to do was support them. I wanted to give myself the last bit of food on the train. I wanted to support them, support them, support them. Because if they knew that I was in on this and that I was going to be in their boat rowing next to them, they would be loyal. And what I think a lot of people confuse is that repeat business or people that are following you is the same as loyalty, and it's not. For all the people that are you're enabling and that are constantly the squeaky wheel, if you die, they will cling on to somebody else and find their way forward. Don't think that you're that important. You're not, right? But for the people who love you and respect and honor you, and that you've made a tangible difference in their lives, that's loyalty. And with loyalty, even when there is a better opportunity, they are too loyal to shop it. That is the definition of loyalty. Something better is not even going to be heard because they're with you, right? So, like if a handsome, like calm, patient man walked up to my wife, I believe at least at this part in our marriage, she's not even interested in hearing anything, right? That's what I'm looking for from loyalty. Okay. So I wanted to make their goals happen. Everyone believes Zig Ziglar, right? If everyone else around you gets what they need, you'll get what you need. Well, I think the revenue share model is basically the mathematical matrix that marries that concept. No? Okay. So that's the first part of what happened to me in the first 10 minutes of thinking, how am I going to build something huge? Right? This is the part that I'm borrowing from Mike Sherrard, who I think borrowed from George Bryant, but so articulately explained this to all of the alliance coaches. It's awesome to watch a 29 or 30-year-old guy teach a bunch of people that are a couple of decades older than him on basically just business and leadership, right? So I had to watch it back and back. I was bugging Rob last night. I'm like, what was it again? What was it again? So anyway, in order to indoctrinate the group of people that stem from those pioneers, think of those pioneers as agents in your revenue share organization, sellers, buyers, your family, your friends, all the people that you have handpicked around you. Just label them as pioneers, but they need to be able to accomplish their goals. They need people so they don't have to scale a hero. So it's going to blend, right? Like Kevin Bacon, right? 7 degrees or 6 degrees from Kevin Bacon. Everyone's been in a movie with someone who's been in a movie with someone who's been in a movie with Kevin Bacon, right? That's how it goes. So what happens here is in order to indoctrinate your people, you have to acknowledge, hey, thank you for being here. Thanks for looking at this. Thanks for trusting Emma, or thanks for trusting Jamil and talking to me. We are excited that you are open-minded and you're looking for something, right? Then you have to project what is possible. Hey, I'm not saying that this is going to be easy, just like Jim Ron. I'm just saying that it's possible. In the last 5.5 years at this company, I was able in year 5 to make 7 figures in revenue share with no experience, no polished public speaking event, no infamy or notoriety or fame and all, no coaching, no YouTube, no celebrity status, not living in Beverly Hills, living in a little town in North Carolina. I was able to do this. This is possible. And I want you to think for a second and project with all the relational equity and influence that you have, what would be possible for you? What does that look like? Because I can put the math to your dream right now.